for aha Ghanatube so me mama kwaba and back channel way so and I'm when say someone who do I cause we were on my gun no ena e de ebe usia for my popoa en se ba komienu bi abe say yenkotie usia for dimechi na yenkotie ensem.
The National Democratic Congress (NDC) is challenging former National Signals Bureau boss Kwabena Edu Boahene to name the specific opposition parties he claims received more than 8 million cedis in 2024 for election collation logistics and equipment. In a memo addressed to the National Security Coordinator, Edu Boahene accused the Attorney General of pursuing a malicious prosecution against him. He maintains that the 49 million cedis he's alleged to have misappropriated were actually spent on covert national security operations. While he does not directly name the NDC as a recipient, the party has categorically denied receiving any such support. Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer, Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the NDC, insists the party has no ties to the funds in question.
And we will not allow an illegality to be perpetrated on the good people of Ablekumanov.
Dr. Computer, you're saying on authority that you are not willing to go to the table for a confirmed date to recollate the results, except a decision is made to rerun the elections. You are not open to recollation of the results. That's your point on authority.
Yes, our point is that we will not accept scanned copies of MPP to be used as a recollation point. That is the problem. That is the EC doesn't have the document to do recollation. They are relying on our opponent's scanned copies to do recollation. Is that what the CI 127 says?
Right.
CI 127, there's nothing like that in the CI 127, of which the Electoral Commission is supposed to use to conduct the elections. And so with that is our point. It's very clear. If the Electoral Commission have their own documents, the pink sheets they are talking of, and they are coming to do recollation, so be it. The NDC will participate because they have the originals and all that. But you don't have. You are relying on my opponent who says, I have this. And he brought scanned copies. He didn't have even the carbon copies. But he didn't have photocopies of the carbon copies. He's rather using scanned copies. And in the era of technology, I'm saying that give me laptop right now. I will design a pink sheet, concord figures on it, and present it as a scanned copy. Is that what we are looking for?
All right.
Is that what we are looking for? That is our problem.
All right. So those matters have been addressed. Let me just ask you, though, on the back of some of what has come through with Dr. Edu Boahene out there, Kwabena Edu Boahene, in respect of some national security payments as far as election-related collation equipment was concerned. Did you, as a party, receive any such money?
Benjamin, on authority, I'm telling you, the NDC has nothing to do with what came out from that story. Isn't it, when they are talking opposition, they know the opposition they were talking about. He knows it, and everybody knows it. Even those people that they are referring to, help them in their recent demonstration. You know their partners. That's what he was referring to. And I'm sure everybody would have seen that. Otherwise, no right-thinking person will, my arch opponent will give me resources to defeat him in an election. Does it make sense to you? You see, they have their partners, and their partners help them during the demonstration. You know,
who are these partners you are speaking of?
Oh, by the MPP, they have their partners. They all supported them in the demonstration. I want the one to name them. Were they not part of them in their press conferences and all that? And said they were supporting them in the CJ demonstration.
Our Joy News also reached out to officials of the CPP, PPP and GUM, what you know as GUM. Though unwilling to go on record, all denied receiving any form of support from the national security. Now, I'll go to my colleague Elton, because as the legal case against Kwabena Edu Boahene continues, Joy News has learned that former national security officials held a closed-door meeting with President John Mahama on the unfolding saga. Elton, what do we know about this meeting?
So what we have picked is that the national security coordinators in the last administration and in this current administration met over the leaked memo that's already in the public domain, and concerns about its impacts on national security, the need for some of these matters to be discussed in camera rather than being discussed in the open. They are of the view that it doesn't augur well for the smooth operations of the national security when some of these matters are discussed in the public. And so they met first on their own, discussed and came to some conclusion, and then, met with President Mahama to discuss this. Now, what is unclear as we speak right now is whether the meeting came off last night or is coming on today. But we do understand that there is a scheduled meeting between the two parties. Unclear whether it's already come off or is coming on this afternoon. Now, what we are also being told is that in view of the sensitive nature of the matter and the fact that Mr. Adubuahin may have a lot to say regarding his role as National Signals Director and some of the expenditures that went under him, it will be good to have a debriefing exercise to understand what really went on. And then the outcome of that meeting will inform the way forward in terms of the prosecution of Mr. Adubuahin in this particular matter.
Well, Elton, thank you for bringing us that update. Now, before we go, Elton, Kofi Akpaloo, founder and leader of the Ghana Liberal Party, has been speaking to this development. Did the LPG receive any support from Signals Bureau at all? Well,
in an interview on Joy FM just a few minutes ago, he denied ever receiving any such support, but he also did not deny the fact that between the NDC and the MPP, such arrangement had happened in the past. And so he is not surprised that this matter is not in the public domain. He's convinced that perhaps something went on behind the scenes between the two parties as far as national security is concerned.
Right. Thank you so much for bringing us update on that particular thing. It's quite a developing story, Elton, and I know that you'll be following it closely to bring us any fallout from that high-profile meeting. Former Speaker of Parliament, Professor Aaron Michael has called for the immediate annulment of the ongoing proceedings involving Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo. He described the process as fundamentally flawed, citing what he called serious deficiencies in the constitutional framework, and opinining the inquiry as in an exclusive interview with my colleague Elton Brobe. Professor Michael criticized the current constitutional provisions that allows this.
If a disciplinary action is given against a messenger in the judiciary, he or she will be entitled to take the matter to the High Court.
Yes.
When a decision is held against that person. And the Constitution says the person is also entitled to appeal to the Court of Appeal. And then you can take it to the Supreme Court. And furthermore, to the review committee of the Supreme Court.
Right.
But in this particular case, the person who is being tried in secret cannot even appeal. So let the world see it once and for all. It is a very, very important jurisprudential and human rights issue. Nobody wants a star chamber court. Nobody wants secret trial. Even in our traditional system, which is guaranteed by this constitution, our traditional law, customary law, and so on. That customary law, whether the case is a FISEM, that is a small family case,
right,
or it is a mine-sem, that is a proper national or village or town matter, the trial must be held in public. And on certain days specifically set, and people can come and listen. Some people go to the court just to pass time. You know that? To go and hear cases. A person is entitled to hear cases in court.
In this case, it's even unclear whether the committee has started work. It's unclear whether the suspended CJ has appeared before them. But it's not too late to make changes.
I think it shouldn't be too late. And whatever has been done up to this stage, the Supreme Court should be able to go into this matter and declare whatever has happened so far null and void, and then start open trial, because a Ghanaian's human rights are at stake, and it's very, very important. And that is why, look, there are many people who, if this is how a Chief Justice can be removed, will tell you, I'm not interested in the post.
In the post?
Oh no.
Prof, indulge me.
It will happen.
Indulge me, and let's spend some time on this matter so that the understanding is clear.
If this is how a judge can be of the Supreme Court can be cocooned into some room, 5 people, nobody can see some, nobody can hear some, and then after somebody will come and tell this is the verdict. There are many people who are strongly in the bar, at the bar, and at the judiciary, who will say no.
This is a very important point.
It's an important point. We will be destroying the judiciary if you go this pathway.
You have see upon I was some mudim which my cotier and sem no bet me and will comment no abreme. Na mejibre akinka edia mo fefe make I will set channel we so Ghanatube so on subscribe hit on the notification bell for quick updates. Obviously for CCD macram.